So we were discussing this problem. Uh, x of n is given to you, y of n is also given to you. You need to find z of n. If you observe, there are three operations. One is time scaling, the other one is time shifting. One more operation here in between, multiplication, that is amplitude multiplication. Okay, after two signals you get, you should multiply those two signals. Totally three operations we have to perform. So let's do one by one. So what I'll do, I'll take first signal x of n. I have to perform x of 2 into n. As 2 is greater than 1, so we should get the compressed version of the signal. So when we get compressed, we should go for division, then we get the compressed signal. So if you observe, I have divided every time by 2, factor 2, right? Then check what is the new time. Minus 3 by 2, that is 1.5. We don't want, because it's a fractional time. We don't want the fractional time. Minus 2 by 2, yes, 1. We want this. Minus half, we don't want. 0, keep it. 1 by 2, we don't want. Fraction, 0.5. 2 by 2, 1, yes, we want it. 3 by 2, 1.5, we don't want. So how many samples? 1, 2, 3. 3 samples. What is the time? Minus 2 by 2. Minus 1. 0 as it is. 0 by 2 is 0 only. Then 2 by 2 is 1. So the new signal, whatever we draw, x of 2n, the scaled version, that is compressed signal, the new range is between minus 1 to 1 with many samples lost. We have lost 1, 2, 3, 4 samples we lost because of those fractional times. Only 3 samples will remain, that is minus 1, 0 and 1. At these 3 times the samples will remain. Okay, let's see. You can see minus 1, 0 and 1. 3 samples will remain. Check the amplitudes at those. Minus 1 is this, right? This one and this. Only these 3 will remain. What is the amplitude here? If you check, it is 2. I hope it is visible to all. It is 2. So draw that amplitude to as it is. We are not touching the amplitude. Amplitude should be drawn as it is given. So the new time is minus 2 by 2, that is 1. Minus 1. Point it here. Have the comparable measurements, right? Between minus 1 to 1. Then what is the amplitude here at 0? No amplitude is given. So even I will not draw here anything. Put 0 only. 2 by 2, the amplitude is 2. So let me draw it same. At 1, amplitudes are 2 and minus 1, that is amplitude is 2. This is the scaled version of x of n. Okay, simple. Then what we want? We want one more signal, y of n minus 4. That is, negative is involved. You should shift the signal to the right side by 4 amounts. Okay, negative sign, right shift. So let's do that. Okay, this is your given y of n. Check, I think we have already done, but let's see. Minus 4 to plus 4 is the range. You should shift the signal to the right side. Right shift by 4 amounts. Let's start. We are here now at minus 4. Shift by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 shifts means we will reach at 0. So start from 0. Okay, this we have already covered. How many samples are still remaining? 1, 2, 3. So draw next 3. Check what are the amplitudes. All are minus 1 only. All negative side. This downward direction we have the amplitudes. So draw all these 4 samples as it is. Check minus 4 amplitude will be at 0. And after this number of samples are 1, 2, 3. 3 samples continuously draw 1, 2, 3. If you observe, how many samples are here? 4 samples. Here also starting from 0, 4 samples. After this, you have no value here. So after this last, we stopped at 3. After this, no value. And after this, we have positive amplitudes, all 1, 1, 1, 1. How many are there? Total 4 are there. So draw continuously 1, 1, 1, 1 and all 4. Okay. So you can just see we started with -4. We shifted by 4 amounts. 4. We reached at 0. Mark that 0. And what is the amplitude? All values, all samples are at -1. So draw this -1, -1, -1, -1. 4 values. Then 0. No amplitude here. So shift this also by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So just shift it. You will get it 4. No value. And continuously 4 ones. Positive ones. Continuously 4 positive ones. This is y of n minus 4. This is how we shifted the signal y of n minus 4. So we have got two signals now, x of 2n and y of n minus 4. What is the question? Whatever we get the results, they should be multiplied. In between there is a multiplication. It is not on time. Now we have to touch the vertical axis. We should not now touch the time. N is over. Okay. We performed this over. Then we performed n minus 4 shifting over. Now whatever we are multiplying, both signals, they should be multiplied with respect to amplitude. Now we will keep the time constant. Time we will check what we will get. But amplitudes should be multiplied. Let's see. Okay. If you just check the range here, it will start from -1. Here it will end at 1. Okay. Then shifting of n minus 4, the signal is starting at 0. It ends at 8. Okay. So what we will do, we will start with here, this point. We don't have any amplitudes here before -1. Check here, any amplitudes? No. So we will not get anything here. Fine, because we don't have any samples there. Then coming to the -1 point. Check at -1 what is the amplitude of the first signal. It is 2. At -1 whether you have the second signal? No, it is at 0 actually. At -1 पे तो second signal है ही नहीं. Only one signal, that too amplitude 2 hai. So amplitude 2 into, what is the amplitude here? 0. Hence you will get 0. At -1, that's why I have not drawn anything here. It is 0 only. Similarly continue. Here यहाँ पर amplitude है ही नहीं, 0 है, 0. But second signal observe करो. Observe the second signal. The negative amplitude exists here, -1. But एक सिग्नल का एम्पलीट्यूड 0 है. सो 0 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय -1. अगेन यू विल गेट 0 ओनली. सो दैट्स व्हाई एट 0 मैंने कुछ भी एम्पलीट्यूड ड्रॉ नहीं किया है, बिकॉज 0 बाय एनी वैल्यू विल बी 0 ओनली. ओके. नाउ चेक दिस 1. एम्पलीट्यूड 2 है, फर्स्ट सिग्नल का एम्पलीट्यूड 2 है. एंड सेकेंड सिग्नल इफ यू ऑब्जर्व the amplitude is -1. So multiply the amplitudes. The first signal is having the amplitude 2. Second signal is having the amplitude -1. 2 into -1, you will get -2. That's why at point 2, I have drawn a down amplitude showing -2. Okay. Now check, first signal तो end हो गया यहाँ पे. Okay. 2 samples थे, दोनों cover हो गए. We don't have anything left here. It is 0. 0 by any value. Even though आपके पास अभी बहुत सारे सैंपल्स हैं सेकेंड सिग्नल के, बट फर्स्ट सिग्नल को मल्टीप्लाई करना है. यू डोंट हैव एनी एम्पलीट्यूड. 0 by any value, anyhow you will get 0 only. So don't bother about it. We have completed 2 samples of the first signal. That's over. Remaining all samples, whatever it may be, 0 by any value will be 0 only. So this is how only 2 samples here we have. Here we don't have anything, so it's 0. Only at this 1 both amplitudes exist, 2 and -1. Whether I have drawn something wrong? Yes, I have drawn it here wrong. We should have observed. What is the time here? 1. I should have drawn this here. Okay, correct it. Please correct it. It should be like this. ये गलत है. This is wrong. Because now we are not touching the time. Time वैसे ही रहना है. 1 पे ही आना है. But amplitude 2 into -1 will become -2. That's it. बाकी यहाँ पे सब 0 है. यहाँ पे कुछ भी होने दो. 0 into any value 0. So please correct it. It should be something like this. I have drawn it wrong. Okay, just scratch this. This should be the output, final output of the signal. So did you understand this problem which we have solved just now? Please rectify this. I will also change it in my notes. It should be at 1 because time is now constant. 1. At 1 we should get the output. Otherwise all other values are 0. Please change it. Please correct it. Any doubts in this problem? Please ask me. I am ready to explain you one more time. We started with x of 2n, then y of n minus 4. X of 2n we did. We discarded many samples. Only these two samples will remain with 0 also in between. And then we went for shifting of y of n signal by 4 amounts to the right side. Yeah, right shift. If we right shift, total number of samples should be same. Remember, यहाँ पर 4 down samples हैं, 0 पे कुछ नहीं है, 4 up samples हैं. So 4 plus 0 plus 4, 9 samples हैं. So जब आप अगर सिग्नल को शिफ्ट करेंगे तो शिफ्टिंग के बाद भी नंबर ऑफ सैंपल सेम आने चाहिए. 4, एक 0 आएगा, एक 4, 4 plus 1 plus 4, 9 samples. Number of samples should be same. Okay. And once you draw both these, try to multiply by amplitudes. Okay, एक time लो, drag these lines. Okay, सभी को drag कर लो, ये easy होगा आपको. When you multiply two signals, this will make your work easier. Draw these lines. After that, we don't have anything here, 0. Then we have amplitude here, but यहाँ पर कुछ नहीं है, so 0. At 0, यहाँ पर कुछ नहीं है 0, but negative -1. 0 into -1, 0. At 1, amplitude 2 है और -1 है. यहाँ पर आपको -2 आना चाहिए. This is not correct. And then यहाँ पर 0 है, सभी वैल्यू 0 है आगे के. So 0 into any value, you don't have any amplitude afterwards, after 1. So this is how we completed this problem. Can you explain once again y of n minus 4? That's what I just now explained. Before I did not see your chat box message. Okay. This is your y of n. Start with -4. Shifting by 4 amounts to the right side. So start with this 1, 2, 3, 4. So at 0, you draw this down signal. So at 0, I will draw this down signal. Then coming to next, take the next sample. 1, 2, 3, 4. अभी ये जो sample -3 पे था, अब 1 पे रहेगा. So draw that 1 पे down sample. Take the third value. Now we are here, okay? Third value 1, 2, 3, 4. We are now at 2. Okay. So you draw this -2 amplitude at 2 down sample. Then we should have one more, I guess, at -1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you will reach 3. So at 3, you draw one more this negative amplitude. 4 samples are over. After this, start with 0. You start with 0. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are now at 4. 0 पे कुछ भी amplitude नहीं है. We don't have any amplitude at 0. So at 4, don't draw any amplitude at 4. Then go for next. Next is we are now at 1. Okay, shift 1, 2, 3, 4. So we reach at 5. At 5 जो भी 1 पे amplitude था उसको draw करो as it is 5 पे. Then next sample, take 2. 2 पे shift 1, 2, 3, 4. We are now at 6. 2 पे जो amplitude है 6 पे रहेगा. So at 6 you go for this one amplitude. Similarly, next is I think now we are at 3. So 3 पे 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are now at 7. जो भी 3 पे amplitude है वो 7 पे draw कर दो. We will reach here. And finally, the last one we are at 4. Shift it 1, 2, 3 and 4. We will reach at 8. So finally, whatever amplitude is there at 4, you draw at 8. Okay, the sample by sample you can shift and do the manipulation. So I hope you understood this. Take each sample, shift it by 4, draw it. Each sample. So 9 times you should shift it. 1 sample, 2 sample, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times shifting you have to do for each sample. Okay. Did you understand this? Any doubts, you can ask me. If no doubts, you take this problem as a homework and try to solve it. 7th question. A discrete time signal x of n. They have given you the signal x of n. You have to sketch. I think the question is not visible properly. You write it. It is y of n is equal to x of n. It is given here already. X of n multiplied by u of 2 minus n. This is the question. You have to find this. Okay. Take this question. I'll just explain you what to do. You at least try. Take this question. Okay, what all to do here? X of n as it is you have to take, but u of n, you know how to draw u of n. It's a standard elementary signal, so you should know how to draw u of n. How many operations are involved here? Let's see. I'll show you. U of 2 minus 1. I have just rearranged it. I have written minus n first and then plus 2 next. Okay, same signal I have drawn it reverse. पहले minus 1 लिखा है, उसके बाद plus 2 लिखा है. That's it. Because that's the way how we write the signal, right? First number नहीं आएगा signal में. Shifting भी अगर होगा तो number बाद में आएगा. So I'm trying to write it in a standard form. How the signal looks like. So if I draw this, if I write like this, how many operations are there? There is a shifting and there is one reflection. Okay, reflection. Negative sign indicates a reflection. Time reversal करना है आपको. Shifting by plus sign indicates left shift by 2 amounts. So first you should start with draw u of n first. You know how to draw this. Then we have again two operations. So precedence rule, go for shifting first. So shift the signal by left side by 2 amounts. U of n को u of n plus 2 करो. उसके बाद whatever signal you get उसको आप reflect करो. That is time अगर positive है तो negative करो and negative है तो positive करो. You just change the times negative to positive and vice versa. If you do that, you will get this second part of the signal. Then whatever answer you get, multiply that with given x of n. So totally shifting and scaling two operations. x of n में तो कोई operation involved नहीं है, as it is लेना है these two operations and one multiplication operation. Totally 3 operations are involved. So please, this is as an assignment, you have to try completing this. Okay, anyhow I'll be explaining this, but at least try by yourself. Okay, so any doubts in this, please you can ask me, or I'll end the session. Thank you.